What is good, what is good, what is Gucci? Courtney IG, and I'm back again. And this time I'm here to discuss the 10-track joint mixtape, Strength to Strength from K-Trap and Headie One. So guys, to set the scene, starting with K-Trap. 2022 was a brilliant year for Trap, man. He gave us Last Whip, he gave us some powerful moments on that tape, Spoil, Busy, Molly May, Major Scrape, and of course Extra Sleeve featuring Headie One, just to name a few. It was a great follow-up to Trapo, and obviously Warm, which was doing the rounds and doing bits and bobs. So I feel like Joints tape wasn't that great to me. Wasn't that great. You will see in my review if you want to watch that. You know where it is. It's on the Inspire Rich YouTube. So, or maybe Courtney IG one. Anyway, Extra Time to this day still gets run. Like, that's still a banger. Still goes hard. But apart from that, not really sure. So now to get to Headie One. It's been a hot minute since he's dropped a tape, to be honest, guys. The last one, of course, I reviewed on this page. Last two, actually. Edna. And anyway, so, but yeah, outside of the OFB moments, Monster single, Martin Sofa, I really expected Martin Sofa to be packaged quite quickly with an album, which it wasn't. And as I kind of mentioned, Too Loyal for My Own Good had some moments on it. 2 Chainz, Beggars Can't Be Choosers, Long Nights in Knightsbridge, like the P&D sample, you know. P&D is one of my favorite R&B artists. But anyway, but I needed features. That was what was missing. There was some points where there was like some Afrobeats type style I could have done with a Rima or anyone, Omale, whoever. And Edna really set the bar so high that he would really have to come with something exceptional for it to surpass that, which obviously I don't feel it did. So it's an interesting time for them to come together. K-Trap, I would say, is more so on the ascendancy, but Headie is right there. It's 1 and 2 for me. Headie, K-Trap, 1 and 2 in drill for me in the UK, so non-negotiable. So let's dive into my thoughts. I'll provide the links to those previous reviews in the comments somewhere anyway, so you can go back. And let's see if it delivers what the core wants, what, you know, core drill fans want. Let's see. So Part Chinos, guys, is the opener. And before I even get into anything there, the SRV separation confirmed, like Khan's Hill, legendary. Legendary. Those Black and Blue are Dark and Light. I can't remember the name of the tapes, but those 2 tapes that he did, legendary, untouchable. And it's not every day you hear that separation confirmed sample on a beat. So you knew what it's gonna be. Like, I need the new tape. So the track itself gives us exactly what you want from Headie and Trapo. It's bubbly and gruesome at the same time. Familiar theme across the kind of tape, to be honest. But anyway, specifically on this one, when I heard it some weeks ago or whenever it came out, I thought, okay, now I want to listen to this. Because sonically, I like the way this one's sounding. I like the way it comes across. And they definitely cleaned up nicely, you know. And another legendary producer comes in right after that with M1, Catfish. Tempo even goes up another gear. Which sounds like some Asian melodies in the background. Trap's finding some pockets in there to fit into. There's a little suspense before Headie comes in, but he comes in on the drop. So I like that kind of build. That's that kind of, yeah, togetherness, like chemistry that works. Like, it's like give it a bit of a break. Headie One comes in with the energy, like it. Yeah, Headie's telling us how he was doing Nokia numbers before he was doing track lists. You know what I mean? Headie and M1 don't fail anyway. Like, let's be honest. So I shouldn't even be surprised that this one goes off. So, guys, is it just me or does Apple Pay give you Golden Boot, Banter on Me type feel? I know Golden Boot was produced by M1. This is not produced by M1 Apple Pay. But it just gives me that feel, like nostalgic feel to it, nostalgic drill feel to it. And I was bopping the whole way through, like fully crud, no debate about it. But it's a drill project, and I like that. I like that that's how it's coming in. And they're on the playlist with it, as they say. On the playlist, it's clear, and they ain't one to play with. Like, Pooh's Shiesty on dinner dates, like, they ain't playing. It couldn't be any cruddier, to be honest, guys. But Triple Threat. You see this one, yeah? You see this one? This is that crud. Woo! You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. Clavish, Golden Boy of the Year. He didn't have to come in here so cold, but he did actually, because he's just setting the bar for me in this year. Like, the level of diversity that he's demonstrating this year is good. Like, commending it. Rap game awful. I might have to tap into that again. But I liked Four of Us, Rimsey, Tef, Tiny Boost. Serious spitters, you know. Serious spitters. And here again with Trap and Headie. Serious spitters in the drill space. And he's held his own. And that's showing me he isn't one to be overlooked in this year. Like, okay, now I'm taking you really serious. You're showing me that you have the awareness of your position in the rap game, the rise, but the tie still to the streets. Headie and Trap do their thing as well. Don't let it come across like they're not doing their thing. But to me, I was taken aback. Like, okay, Clavish isn't playing. Okay, Clavish is serious. And to me, he took over the track. One of the standouts for me. Like, okay. But there's a switch up which comes a bit later on after that with Good Girls. Sees Headie take over the intro, set the scene. Complexities of the Good Girls wanted the road guys, the street guys, the trappers, the lifestyle, the jewels, you know what I mean? It's a calmer vibe, but they always constantly have these kind of calmer vibes in their projects, which is good to show some variation away from the core drill stuff. It's not every day lace them up and AMPR, you know what I mean? It's not every day that. And I like how the tape wraps up towards the end. Strength to strength. Yes, it is bind chat. Yes, it is core on ops. But they're highlighting the Judas friends. Everybody knows about a Judas friend, a Judas person around there in the circle, you know. And Headie even mentions some old stuff, Banter on Me, you know. I think I've heard a few tracks being mentioned in this project, which I like a few of the older tracks. And it feels like progression for them. Like, this tape clearly was, which I'll wrap up in my conclusion when I get to it, clearly was delivered for the core. But yeah, I do like what comes after with Street X Industry, like, which is definitely like a continuation of Music and Road. They're unapologetically being open about the WAPs, the everything. Like, this tape is not like watering down anything. It's crud. Like, if you don't want that, this ain't for you. But it's crud. But it's giving you context. Crud with context. That's what I want to say the headline is. Crud with context. You get me? For those who just don't get it. And especially people in the industry, especially normal, everyday people like you and I. So, guys, I like the tape. It is buying for banter. But the production is varied enough with songs like AMPR. Very bubbly. I like that. Good. Triple Threat, which I just played. Park Chinos being like, yeah, okay, varied production. And to be honest, I didn't want this to sound in any way mainstream. It's better than what we got before with Joints. Drillers and Trappers is legendary. So I had that in the back of my head, legendary. I don't think so. I don't think it can top that. And I don't think it was intended to top that. I think this was intended to deliver for the core, which it did. Because Drillers and Trappers, the chemistry between Headie and RV, I'm sorry. But I feel like there was better chemistry between Trap and Headie than there was Trap and Blade. Even though that was like that was more like Trap sounding than core drill. But these two are like 1 and 2 in drill for me. So it makes sense. Better matchup. And yeah, guys, to give you my top 3, Streets X Industry, Triple Threat, AMPR. But I actually like the tape. I enjoyed the listening. If you want to hear core drill stuff, you got it here. So anyway, score 7 out of 10. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, inspire, erase.